Alright, we're back with more Tomb Raider, and it looks like we are going on a little journey here. Oh, so that's right. So, this little thing we won't actually be able to get this box of salvage until much later. And I know this because I recorded the much later part. And it's really hard to get things like that, like this piece, using the new gear, and yes, I can actually glitch myself in that little pedestal. Do I try and shoot this down? You damn right I do. Cause like I can just see the rope, I can just shoot it down, right? No. Got it. We're supposed to be running out to send a signal, if I remember correctly. It has been a while since I watched this because I tried recording this. The recording this video is the end of a recording session, and then I went back to go re-record the next, or not re-record, but record the next part after this, and then I found that my game crashed during that recording session, so I had to re-record everything. So I'm watching everything for the technically third time, rather than the usual 6. And yes, you can get up on that. I was just dumb enough and missed the jump. But I am exploring, which is always nice. We'll be coming back to this area a lot, by the looks of it. And there are a few things where I do grab a few things, and there are a few things which I forgot to re-grab in the re-recorded version.
To a U.S. Marine. Were they on the island? And do these marks represent friends lost or enemies killed? Either way, he needed a drink.
Or maybe days spent on the island, or something like that. Anyway, so there are, I think, a few things which I grabbed that I wasn't supposed to.
Kamakura period.
Because yeah, so like I said, I had to re-record all of this footage, and I think I forgot a few things.
I was at last granted an audience with Her Majesty, Himiko of Yamatai. I must confess, she is unlike any woman I have ever encountered. Beautiful, yet inscrutable, calculating even. She surrounds herself with her priestesses of the sun. No men attend her, save the general of her armies. When I met with her alone, I came to realize that she is not at all what she seems. I was sent by my lord to spy on her, to assess the strength of her armies. But now, I feel she is the one assessing me.
Bum, bum, bum.
My lord has perhaps underestimated the threat of Yamatai. Though I cannot gauge the true strength of her storm god, I cannot deny a powerful feeling that the Sun Queen should not be trifled with.
Yeah, we'll learn about that. It's really cool to get the little audio logs from different time periods. You hear a lot about Himiko and that guy. He's an emissary from another country, and I don't think they tell us which country. It might be Japan, I don't know. But yeah, so like I was trying to explain, but everything keeps cutting me off. I explored this area for quite some time, and for the most part I did pretty well. However, unfortunately, there was a glitch or a crash. I think my computer just shit on me and just crashed the entire game twice, actually. First time I was recording the footage, and what I found was that the game has really nice autosave function. Like, it saves every time you set at a campfire, and then it saves the last campfire you set at. So your save file for the game is saved every time you sit at a campfire, but then that, like, yeah, it's hard to explain. But what I found was I had to replay the entire game because it saved over both the campsite save and as well as my actual save. Unlike most games where it's like an independent save and then like a auto save function, it just auto saves over both. So I had to replay everything up to this point and further, which was not nice. I don't like replaying things that I've already played in a matter of like 2 days apart. That always sucks. Because it's like, I've done this. As well as the fact that I feel like I miss a few things. Like, as I was trying to explain, I grabbed an extra, not an extra. I grabbed only one relic, and it was not the relic that I picked up, not the mug, not the mug, the flask. I grabbed another relic, which I'll go back and I'll show you, because they do have it archived, and I can just show it off. But yeah, it was just like, oh yeah, I fucked up. I mean, well, I didn't fuck up. My computer fucked up. And then the worst part was I tried to I started a new game to run through it, and then it crashed before I even got back to where I was. And it's like, what the hell is going on? It turns out I had VSync on this entire time. And VSync, once I turned it off, I had no problem for like 2 hours. Here is the pact, by the way. Oh, this section. This was a bigger pain on the replay when I had to replay everything than it was, because I was kind of rushing through most of it, trying to grab as much as I remember where things were, and I think I missed a few things, but I got most of the maps as of yet, so we should be good. But this segment was much harder because I was having for some reason a really hard time on this quick time. Oh yeah, that's right, because I'm used to mashing E, and I was mashing F, and she still does the animation where, you know, you stab the wolf, but then the wolf just randomly bites your neck off, and it's like, oh, what just happened? Yeah, the quick time in this game is kind of weird and wonky sometimes, because the circle that like goes inwards, you have to press the button when the circle is inwards, not like when it reaches the outer edge. You know, so you can do it like just as the circle closes, and it's very gracious. And I did see this; it was a GPS right there. So yeah, the mountain village has a lot of collectibles, because I think this is like a base of operations, because we've been through it several times so far. Oh yeah, you'll notice the craggy wall back there. I was gonna say something, but I burped. So we need climbing equipment, which I think we get like right now. Spoiler, I guess, but it's like a not so spoiler, since it's gonna happen. I keep doing that. Like I spoiled The Sixth Sense. I was like 3 seconds before the major spoil in that movie. I told my brother, I was like, "Hey, did that happen?" He's like, "You asshole." I was like, "What?" And then the kid says it, and it's like, oh. Oh, so you have seen it now. I always had the worst timing. Is he alive? I'll take that as a yes.
Right. Let's get you patched up.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that's, oh yes, I hear a heartbeat. He's not dead. He's like nearly dead. Hey, you're not dead as shit. Did my hair just go through my face? Like, through the head? That's crazy. Hair physics, man. You're not dead. Yay.
It's not bad. Where does a young lady like you learn to do a thing like that?
Late shift at the 9 Bells. Wolf's got nothing on a broken bottle.
Jesus.
Hey, you got it. Nice work.
So I assume the plan is to take that up to the radio tower.
Well, it should give us the best shot of broadcasting a strong signal in every direction. Look, Lara, we need to send out that SOS. And I'm not climbing anytime soon.
You could. You know, buck her up,
Yeah,
you know?
I was afraid you were going to say that.
You can do it, Lara. After all, you're a Croft.
I don't think I'm that kind of Croft.
Sure you are.
I mean, you kill people already, so... You're on the right track.
Just don't know it yet.
Oh, shit, a nice pick.
back with my first learner then.
Just be careful, Lara.
I think that would be an understatement at this point here, friendo. We fought with wolves, we fought with bandits so far. What could be worse? Little rock climbing?
You might want to give that axe a go on the rock wall over there first.
So now we have an upgraded version of our axe. This is, as I said, it's an ice pick, so it allows us to climb up walls, which is really fun. And I did spot something over here, but now I can't find it. Still would have liked Lara Croft's vision to be, you know, visible when I walk around. It is kind of annoying when you're not in the right position, because there was one section where I wasn't in the right position at the right place to see one particular item, and therefore I missed it, and then I had to go back, and I was like, oh, are you serious? But yeah, so we now can climb up cliffs and whatnot, which is actually pretty fun. What I love to do is you can jump and then hit E again, and like keep smashing the E button to jump higher and higher. And it's always like, it's just fun. It feels sort of like a God of War, and yes, I did fuck up there. So that's what I was trying to show off: jumping and then hitting E to reconnect to the wall, which you can do to the sides, and you can, as well as doing it, you know, upwards, which is makes climbing a little easier because you can just keep like jumping up and down. So here's the last thing I did in this recording session, which is this tomb, and we did see this before talking to Roth, and I was like, oh, hey, I need climbing equipment. Well, now we have climbing equipment. So, like I said, not a complete and utter spoil, since it's like 5 seconds away from showing us this. And this is a really cool section. So there are several tombs within the game that you can do like these little raiding parties of and find some really cool collectibles. I think this is just the map of the area, of the entire mountain cliffside. I mean, this is what this place is called. Just seeing if there's any collectibles around, because I don't have the map as of yet. So, and for some reason now it's like, oh hey, you can now walk again. It's like, wait, what? They have this one like random moment where you just slow down and like pitch black darkness. I have a skill point.
Thank God for Roth's training. All those treks, all those climbs. It's as if he'd been preparing me for something like this all along. It's clear that there are people living here, and they're organized. They're killing and recruiting. Why? It's like some kind of cult. But a cult of what? What do they want? What are they looking for?
So I upgraded my bow. I got an ability that allows me to hold back the bow much longer, which is nice. Like I said, I did have to replay this section, so I think I got all the same upgrades, or at least very close to that. And I don't know why. Yeah, that was stupid of me.
Gilded figures, servants of the Sun Queen.
I don't think anything's back over here,
Sacrifice.
except for this
Murder.
dialogue.
There's no record of these kinds of rituals in ancient Yamatai. Unless
So
it was erased from the texts.
this is a really cool section. It's a little puzzle before we can get to the prize, like most puzzle games. And I remember when we started the game, we had to mess around with this, and that the thing in the middle is sort of like a giant, what can I call it? Lift? Not a lift. It deals with weights. So it's like, okay, it looks like it's holding that thing up. So why don't we just burn the bodies on here? Because I assume they're dead bodies. Because they were in the beginning of the game. So I don't imagine they just like randomly stopped being dead bodies. But we burn them off. We jump off this. Right? There we go. Which then puts that down. And I cannot jump up there. And if you remember the thing that just fell, that's the thing that if we shove off, we can open up something. So, but by shoving this off, it goes towards the ground, which means this section of the weights, or the scales, I guess is a better way to put it, is now able to clearly be here, which is nice. It's a nice small little puzzle. I got it on the first try, which is really weird for me, because sometimes I get stuck on puzzles, so I was like, oh wow, that's pleasantly easy. I was like, wait, what? There's a rope above my head. I can jump and swing off that. But here is the prize.
Honor of her priestesses. Incredible.
Here is the prize at the end of the road here. She makes some really weird faces. And then it's like, hey, you got a map. But tomb raided. Tomb of the unworthy complete. It turns out we are worthy enough. But yeah, so we have the entire map of this area now mapped out, which is really nice. And I think I wanted to end the recording session here, so I think I jump off here and epic music of epicness. I think I go sit back down at the campsite. I don't remember if I fiddled around. I have a seal point, that's right. I think I went with the more ammo, yes. You'll notice that there are different tiers with the skills. There's first tier, and then there are some that are locked, and you need a tier 2, which is hardened, and I think the tier 3 is elite. It's cool that they've layered out the skills, but some of them are just like, hey, you get more salvage, you get more experience. It's like, okay, that's not too bad. Do I upgrade? I upgraded my pistol with more damage, I think. Or, yeah, I think I go with more damage. Port vented slide. So yeah, I think that's where I end off. And I think, do I try to upgrade my bow? Or, no, I upgrade my pistol to hold more ammo. I don't think I did that on the second recording session, so we're in for a treat, I guess. Until then, I guess.